So, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. You are here once again, but before we go any further, hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of the content. You are joined by myself, SWS Boxing Sam, and the EFB man himself, Ender. And yeah, we are here for another live prediction show. They're piling in. They're literally piling in, and the three of us are loving it. Nick Ball versus Isaac Dogboe.
Can't wait for it.
This is going to be a good one. Ball, 18 fights, 18 wins, 11 knockouts versus Dogboe, the more experienced guy, 27 fights, 24 wins, 15 knockouts. Manchester Arena on the 18th of November on TNT Sports. Got to get it right. Look for the channel, it won't be there. Nick Ball, May 23, he was last out against Lamati, which was a win on TKO round 12. Left that one late. And Isaac Dogboe was last out in April. A tough fight. One of Ender's that he likes, to be fair. Got to get his first name right. It's Robesi, isn't it?
Robesi Ramirez.
That's the one. And he lost on unanimous decision, which is no shame in that at all.
Absolutely not. That's huge.
Good fight.
Ender is a fan. Ender actually did an interview with him on the channel. Check it out.
Yeah.
Top.
And his interpreter.
With the interpreter. Big shout out to him as well.
He couldn't understand my Irish accent. Only joking.
So yeah, I'll go up first on this one. Thanks, Sam. Do you know what? Dogboe, yeah, he is the experienced guy. This is a step up for Nick Ball. But for me, Nick's a tough operator. Really good fighter. For me, he wins this one. And do you know what? I think because Dogboe is that resilient, tough individual as well, I think he does win it on points. So that's me.
So who are you saying?
Nick Ball on points.
What, UD split or?
Look, let's not get it funny, Sam, all right?
Sam, go on your big long rant about it now, and then I'll finish it up. These are called quick predicts, Sam, not big long rants.
Please, Nick.
What? Is it me? Oh, so yes.
Got Sam and his two carers. Go on.
So yes, Nick Ball, of course, he's coming off 5 stoppage wins in a row, I do believe. Of course, his 5 stoppage, I think it's Pittor, Goodil, Isaac Lowe, which was, if you see it, brutal. I mean, they should have stopped that earlier if you've seen that. But that night, many people wrote Nick Ball off, would you say, against Isaac Lowe. I thought Nick would have won that, and he did come through, and he was impressive that night, wasn't he? Very impressive. Then he beat Nathaniel Cololo at the Copper Box for the WB Silver. He's been on a bit of a roll, hasn't he? And he's knocking these good. Well, they're good opponents at this, how he is. So they've been doing well matching. He had a decent fight against Lamati last time out, but this is his first major, sort of world ranked opponent. Of course, Nick Ball has the 11 knockouts, but Dogboe, of course, he's got those 15 knockouts, so you know they both can hit hard. They're both heavy-handed. Of course, Dogboe has suffered those 3 defeats, but they've been at high level to, of course, Navarrete and Robsy Ramirez last time out, which was in April. But he's had little success in those fights. Of course, he has been stopped. But what I'm trying to say is he's been there with the best at that weight at the moment. So, in my opinion, you can't write Dogboe off.
No.
I think it could potentially, in a way, be make or break for Dogboe. But for Nick Ball, I can't. Surely not. It'll be interesting to see how Nick Ball's chin holds up. I don't think Lowe really did much to Nick Ball, and his Nick hasn't had one to the chin as of yet. But it will be interesting to see how his chin holds up. I do believe Nick Ball will win, whether that's late or it could potentially play into Dogboe's hands later on in the fight. But I think I would say Nick Ball probably I'll have rounds 9 to 11 actually to Ball. Sorry.
So you reckon Ball will get him out of there?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't think he'll do him early. I think it'll be a good fight. But I reckon he'll beat him round 9
it's that step up,
to 11.
This is he's now going into the next league up, as it were, and it's the next test. But Enda, how do you see it?
Yeah. Again, I agree with you completely, guys. This is a big step up, I think, for Nick Ball. And it's a bloody tough opponent as well. Obviously, two of my favorite fighters, Navarrete and Ramirez, he fought both of them. He took both of them to decision. Now, I know Navarrete beat him in the second fight, but it was only in the 12th round.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that
very late.
That is, top world-class operators that he has been there in the ring with. So can Ball stop him? I don't think he can. Is the honest answer. I mean, I'm not discrediting Sam.
Robsy hits hard, and Robsy can
get exactly. Robese could. If Robese and Navarrete took 24 rounds to get rid of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nick Ball is a huge step up. Now, if Ball, I can't see Ball getting the stoppage, but can Isaac? He could if Nick underestimates him or doesn't put his heart and soul into this, because this is a huge step up. So I am going for a Nick Ball split decision. Would you believe? Because I was even thinking, but that's not me saying that. Nick Ball might even be stopped before the final bell. But if he gets to the final bell, I can see him nicking the decision.
Who hits harder out of the two? Would you two say?
Sorry.
Who hits harder? Would you say? I would say Dogboe.
Oh yeah, Dogboe. I would say as well. That's why I think if anyone's going to stop anyone, it'll be Dogboe stopping Ball. Because
I can see that happening, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those fights. It could go.
Oh, it's. But this is a real.
I thought one of you would have gone Dogboe. To be fair.
Well, I'm as good as going Dogboe as I can without not. I'm basically saying if Dogboe doesn't get him out of there, it'll go to points, and the split decision will probably go to Ball.
Yeah.
But if Ball wins, it'll be huge. Would you say name on his record.
Would you say it's an upset if Ball wins?
No,
not an upset. I would see Isaac as a bit of a gatekeeper to the very elite level. So if Ball wants to get to the very elite level, he needs to win this. So I wouldn't call it an upset, but I would definitely call it a huge victory for Ball. You know what I mean? So I hope he wish him all the best, and I hope he does do that.
There's no upset either way with these guys.
Yeah, I agree.
That close calling.
It all depends on how. I think if Dogboe drags him into a dogfight, I think Dogboe will win it by stoppage. If Ball boxes clever and uses his skills, I think he should do enough to get the judges' decisions. That's the way I have it. So basically, if it stops early, it's Isaac. If it goes to points, it's Ball. That's it. That's how much of the fence I'm on. So
no, definitely. As I say, we're not underestimating either of these guys. Both very tough, resilient fighters. When they've been called upon to step up, they have stepped up. But now, as you say, Isaac is now at that point where he is that guy that is the bridge between.
Yeah, he's knocking on the door at that very top level, and this is, Isaac's the guy with the key to let him in or not.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments.
And it's a cracking card as well.
Oh, great card.
And we'll be going through more of the fights later across the weekend.
More coming up tomorrow, hopefully, so we'll get through those as well. But as I say, hit the subscribe button. Check out the rest of the content. Nick Ball versus Isaac Dogboe. Let us know in the comments who you're going with, what your prediction is. And yeah, thank you very much for listening, guys. Thank you very much for coming on. And we will see you shortly. Have some of this.
Have it.